Ghetto story.
This is survival story.
Been a hell through the fire.
In this video, I'm going to talk about the conversation that me and my friend had. I would like to think he is my friend, but anyway, we're talking about arguments and submission and marriage and all of those things. You know, I'm 25, so now our conversations are very elevating. So anyway, he was asking me, Sagamungo, if let's say I was your husband and then I said something to you, I think he said a Bemba phrase that is very rude, and he was like, what would your response be? You know what I told him? I told him, I would ask you, why are you speaking to me like that? Why do you think it's okay to speak to me like that? Why are we talking to each other like that? Why do you think it's okay for us to talk to each other like that? And he kept quiet. He was like, he felt like I'll come with a comeback, like, hey, even me, even you, even... No, like, seriously. If you're my husband, first of all, we do love each other. So how have we come to a point where we are talking to each other like that? Why do you think it's okay? That's not us. Can we try another way? And now I do understand that when you're in a heated situation, you want to talk back, you know. I'm not the kind of person. That's why I was telling him, like, it's according to your personality. But literally, the kind of relationships that I want to foster and the kind of person that I want to be is just like, how are we back and forthy bad words, you and me? Are you sure? I love you, and your love can be your own kind. But again, I'll be questioning, like, how did we end up here? Is our love high quality, or it's for in the pits? Because how are we using that tone? How are we using that language? Why are we fighting that way? And this all attributes to fighting rules. And I started telling him about fighting rules. Like, we need to have rules on how to fight. First of all, when we're fighting, let's not bring each other's siblings and parents and in this. No, so even you, your mom. Eh? Even you, last week. Even you. No. One of them, we are not talking about our siblings, our mothers. We are focusing on the issue. If the issue is about our mothers, let's discuss our mothers respectfully. If the issue is our siblings, let's discuss the siblings respectfully. And this thing for, oh, but you, last week, now you want to equate. The argument is here. But you, last week, you also did the same. No. We're arguing about today. We are focusing on today. Yesterday passed. Your opportunity to bring it up yesterday, it has gone. But then, I'm not saying if things have passed, we can't talk about them. But there is a space that we can come and discuss, like, okay, but there is something that I would like to discuss with you. Last week, I didn't have it in me to bring it up. But now, can I bring it up? Can we discuss about how this made me feel? I have ears. I'm not a deaf person. Anyway, it was a very, very interesting conversation, and I think I surprised him because he was just listening. I don't know if he was amazed or he was confused. It's just like, no, they are fighting rules. There's a way we fight. If you and I are talking here, there is no need to yell. There is no need for now walking away and breaking plates. For me, I'm sorry, that's not the kind of relationships I'm willing to cultivate. That's not the kind of relationships I'm willing to be in. I have not seen my parents do that, first of all. And I'm just saying this honestly. Personality-wise, I've not seen my parents. They don't throw plates. When they argue, yeah, I've seen maybe some bad situations. But now that I'm older, I'm defining what I will be in. How are we screaming? I'm here, you're here. In fact, let's even whisper. Let's whisper. Okay, that's extreme. But like, let's just talk with the level heads. Like, if we want, there's this thing I wanted to show him. Like, if we really want to build and our relationship is going forward, see, we can even have a red rule book. Whoever is holding the book is the one to talk. Like, me, because I have a bad habit of interrupting people when they're talking. I know it. I don't know. It's like when you're talking, I want to respond to what you're saying. That's my bad trait, to be honest. I want to respond to this thing what you've said, this thing that you've, because now if you summarize though, at the end I don't know what I'm responding to. So anyway, if we're going to fight, let's use this book. Like whoever's holding the book is the one to talk. That would actually help me to give people a chance to talk. And I think, like, at this point, this quarter life crisis we are in, we are still screaming and breaking plates. I know older people do that, but I feel like my brain is too together, and my vision for my future is not back and forth with a man, even with a woman. No. How are we friends who are screaming? No. Another thing is this thing where you are fighting. Now you want the whole world to know who's the winner, who's the champion. You guys will not drive me crazy. How? When I like it when I'm fighting with someone, it's only between me and them. No one else will know that me and them are fighting. That's what I like. We're having a conversation, it's between you and I remember I found myself in a situation where me and this boyfriend of mine were in an argument, and then I went to his place and his uncle came over, like, I was just like, hi sir. My boyfriend there was fuming. And my boyfriend was like, hey, just tell him that we are fighting. Why are you pretending like we're not fighting? I was like, I now know you, brother, sir. I now know you. What do you mean? The whole world should know that you and me are fighting? I don't do that. I'm a lady. I'm a woman of standard. Don't be stupid. Now, there's things that piss me off. But anyway, I was just like, no, it has nothing to do with you. And he wanted me to do back and forth. I just kept quiet and I was smiling like. And his uncle was just like, what's happening? I'm like, exactly. What is happening? Sir? Since you think you have something to say, sir, what's happening? Nothing is happening. Who are you fighting with? Me? No. But anyway, it's just fighting rules, guys. Like, how we adults and we are still maybe it's the tribe I come from. We don't do this. We're all about high class. Anyway, fun conversation. Anyway, yeah, that was what I wanted to share my thoughts on. But anyway, love you guys. Bye.